And speaking of arousal, you know that thing where the guy puts his thing in the other thing and things happen.
Beep boop, I have an aimbot.
He put his thing in my you-know-what, and we did it for the first time.
Hello and welcome back. Oh, it has been so long. So very, very long.
It's been hard, too.
It's been hard, I know. I've just missed you so much, even though I was just there with you for a whole month. I missed you.
Yeah.
I missed you so much.
A whole month, I know.
The whole long, hard month. Oh, jeez.
Well, we're just getting down and dirty, doing what us guys do, work.
Down and dirty. Ah, yes. I posted a video which you did not watch. Is that correct? Did I hear that correctly?
I did not watch it yet because when did you do it?
I uploaded it last night. I was going to get it up. I was going to get it up yesterday. However, I had a raid that went long because I agreed to do Firelands for some reason. So it was 5 hours. So I finished at like 10 o'clock or 11, something like that. And I hadn't finished editing it yet. So then I like rushed to the editing and then I put it up at like 1 a.m. or something like that.
Yeah. I literally got home from work like an hour ago, so...
Alright, well you can watch it after the show. Basically,
yes.
I just sort of announced our project that we shirked the show for to work on.
I wanted to do the show, people. I really did, but Mr. Water would have none of it.
I would have none of that. I honestly, I don't regret spending all that time on the project because we wouldn't have gotten nearly as far otherwise.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But yes, we are back. We have our schedules, I believe. This is, I'm pretty sure, a new time slot, and because nobody's listening live because we're like way off schedule, nobody knew we were doing a show, anything like that. Mm-hmm. It's looking like the show is going to air Wednesdays. We can probably shoot for 3 most days. Do you think that's a good day? Good time?
Yeah, between like 2:30 and 3, I'd say.
Yeah, it really depends, like, how bad your workday is, basically. So.
Lately, it's been doing pretty good. I on average, I think I'm able to get like home hopefully before 2 o'clock. So
yes, but your fan noise is getting louder, I think.
Then I will shut it off.
It's up to you. You can boil if you want. Get all hot and steamy. Ooh. Oh yeah, that sounds good.
Should probably take my pants off too.
Indeed. So yeah, I basically announced the project without really announcing it because I don't want to get people's hopes up. But it is coming along nicely, and we were planning to do some work on that after the show, right?
Yes.
Right. Yes. Okay.
Yes, we're doing it.
It's gonna be pretty good. I have this brand new microphone which I used to record the video, the announcement video. It's very large and cylindrical, and it has a rounded head, and I just love it so much. I just love staring at it and putting my mouth over it. It's great.
Yeah.
For those who want to know, it is a Blue Yeti microphone, and it's pretty awesome. And so, how was your first 3 days of school?
Let's see here. More like first 4 days, I guess you could say.
4 days?
Yeah. Well,
today's Wednesday.
Yeah, I had.
Did you have class last Friday?
I had class. Forget it. I had classes nonetheless. But anywho, last week I couldn't have done the show even if I really wanted to, actually, because I had a really, really bad land flu.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
And,
which you got before the land, but...
well, sort of. I mean...
sort of.
It's just that it kind of just flicked me over the edge, going to Great Escape.
I gotcha. Well, I spent some lonely days, and then my girlfriend came back, and then school started. Yay! I have 9 hours of classes Monday, which is great.
Holy hell.
Yeah, it's actually 8 hours. We have like a 3-hour lab that we have to attend 2 hours of, so... But actually, I'm really digging all my classes so far. They're actually stuff I'm somewhat interested in. I've got, well, film history, maybe not as much. Desktop publishing for professional writers, which looks pretty cool. I get to learn how to use Adobe InDesign, which I opened once and then got scared and ran away. Basically, you can design like books, documents, flyers, posters, that kind of stuff with it. Cool stuff. And then I also have 2 screenwriting classes, which are cool, and I'm going to have a production class Friday. It's going to be great. And I'll learn all this great stuff about screenwriting that I'll not be able to apply to our project because it'll be too late.
Well, you can apply it as you move along during the semester, I suppose.
Yeah, we can make revisions and everything. We were planning to make revisions, so there you go. Yes. And I trust your classes are going well.
Yeah, pretty swimmingly, I'd say.
Swingly?
Swimmingly.
Are you enjoying the classes you chose, or perhaps had to take?
Well, let's see. Anthropology. I'm digging the anthropology. Argumentation and debate class, just to help my argumentative skills.
That should help you on this show, I think. Yes.
Yes, indeed. I've got...
to engage in a formal debate on this show. Yes.
Yeah, and short stories. I'm going into more writing, at least in the creative field. So
you and me both, buddy.
Oh yeah, except you're more professional.
Yeah. I'm not more professional. You're a much better writer than I am. Sorry, I can't say that with a straight face. Okay.
Oh, you're hilarious.
I'll stop messing with you, buddy.
You're the comedian here. We know this.
I'm not a comedian. Someone on the internet told me I had a terrible sense of humor. So, I'm not a comedian.
Oh, God. Somebody on the internet told you have a terrible sense of humor. Jesus Christ.
Yes. I was so sad.
Did he wound you?
Yes, he wounded me with his e-knife. It was terrible. I bled e-blood everywhere.
Your messenger, it just decided to cut itself right then and there. It crashed.
Yeah, it was so sad. It took a while to clean up too.
There's a grave actually in the forums. It's got your headstone right there.
Yes, it's like dedicated to Water, who died a noble death in a duel of wits. Yeah, something like that. I can't remember what it says. I think we've wasted enough time at this point. I haven't even done the banter yet, or the shtick. God, it's been a long time.
Do the shtick, boy.
Alright, I'll do the shtick. Have I memorized it? Let's see. You are tuned in to the Redwater Show with your host, Water.
And co-host, Red.
Yeah, a little quicker on the uptake there. We air live, it seems now, on Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Pacific Time. I think. Most likely. You can email the show, please do, at redwater.show@gmail.com. You can find our episodes on redwatershow.podomatic.com, which also has links to the live stream. And you can listen to the episodes on my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/xexyzl, which is probably where most of you are listening to this anyway. And I think that's all there is. Right?
Righto. Let's get to our bread and butter then.
But you've missed this. I'm glad we got to do that gorilla episode. It was getting hard. not being able to do this. Yeah.
I have that feeling when you're just edging for weeks on end, and then finally you get back to doing it.
We get this release. It's messy. This episode is very messy, but it's good to get it all out, you know? So.
Yeah. Cover you guys in it, whether you like it or not.
You're all right. Let's just start. God damn it. Rihanna writes, does getting your ears pierced hurt? I want to get my cartilage pierced, and I want to know if it hurts or not. I also don't know what to ask my dad or tell him do that I can go get it done. Any information will be great. Thanks. Now, I don't know about you, but I haven't had any piercings. I would imagine they're very painful. Why did my bed music just suddenly drop? What the hell? Come on.
Yes. I gotta get my groove. That's why we're not grooving right now. I need my groove.
We're not grooving? You ain't grooving? Alright, as far as I know, it hurts like a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not from first-hand experience. Also, what can you tell your dad? You can tell him, I am 18 now, and I can do this for my own self. Unless you're not 18, in which case, you might be shit out of luck. I don't know. What would you guess? Or what would you say to your dad?
You should say that I'm a strong black woman, and I don't need no man. I can get my ears pierced if I wanna.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
And do the snap. Gotta snap it.
Oh, yeah. I can record this microphone in stereo, and if I had it set to that, I would totally do that on both sides of the mic. It would be awesome. I might do that next episode, just so I can do that. Yes. Remind me.
I'm sure I won't.
Okay. Yeah, I guess try to make a case. Is cartilage piercing different from... Yeah, isn't cartilage piercing, like, up on the upper part of the ear, not the lobe?
Yeah,
or am I thinking
the fleshy... Well, it's all, I suppose,
it's all cartilage.
But there's more skin, though, in the lower part.
Yeah, I think it's just skin on the lobe. Or
which means it'll hurt more on the skin, because there's more nerve endings.
Yeah, you'd think so. So, yeah, tell them that you're a girl, so you're allowed to get piercings on your ears. I don't know.
Exactly. And you can, like, do whatever you want. And there's a dog at my door. I'm gonna go squish it.
Is it one of your brothers? Oh, he can't hear me. Alright, I'll just go ahead and start reading this next one. A person writes, need help with this weirdo kid? Question mark. Okay, so there is this kid in one of my classes, and he always sits next to me. I've known him for about a year now, and recently this week, he has been acting really gay. Today we were watching a movie in my class, and he kept trying to lay his head on me, and he was making dirty jokes. And then he was like, can you kiss me? And I said, maybe sometime later. Sounds pretty gay, honestly. About 15 minutes later, he was like, can I have a hug? And I was like, later. Then about 20 minutes, he is like, would you give me a, I don't know, octuplet asterisk? And I was like, WTF? Yeah, but sometimes he's...
Go ahead.
Should I finish? Sometimes he's joking, and sometimes he isn't when he said that. Now, I'm bisexual myself, but this is very weird. IDK. Should I just go along with the flow? Because I'm really starting to wonder.
Dude, 9 asterisks, that's pretty gay.
9 asterisks. We've only had, like, triple asterisks on the show before. So
I think we had quad at one point, but...
Do we have quadruple asterisks? Oh, man.
I think once. Oof.
This is getting very hardcore.
These kids are like... You can't... These are repressed children here.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I want to tell you to go for it, but he's a creeper. So, don't. It could end very badly.
Yeah, he's probably yanking your leg, because does he know you're bisexual, or
most likely? I mean, he's like the gay kid in class, right? And you're like the bi kid in class, so he's trying to hook up with you in a very not subtle way, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how subtle is can you kiss me and would you give me a 9-tuple asterisk? I don't know. I think he wants your dick, honestly.
Yeah. Shit, I asked my girlfriend for a 9-tuple asterisk before, and she just rolled over and.
You mean she just bitch slapped you?
You weren't there, so you don't know.
Okay.
So, shut up.
Yeah, and then you cried.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. Cried because you're a bitch. Yeah.
No.
I'm sorry, we're having too much fun. We need to get back in the no fun zone. That's what we need to do.
Oh yeah, that sign's still hanging, by the way. The no fun zone.
Excellent. You go ahead and read the next one. I read these two. This is one of my favorites.
All right, this is from my thoughts. Favorite quote or Bible verse. So, I'm redoing my room, and I want to put a quote or Bible verse on my wall, but I can't find one I'm really in love with. So if you have one, please post it and put who said it or what verse it is. Thanks.
All right. Would you like me to dramatically read the Bible quote we picked?
You know what? This is by bar none the best Bible quote my thoughts should pick.
All right. Should I read the entire thing or just the verse? Did she ask for the verse or did she ask for? Yeah, she asked for a verse, so we can only say the verse.
Yes.
All right. All right. In the New International Version of the Bible, Psalm 137, verse 9. Happy is the one who seizes your infants and dashes them against the rocks. So profound. You can feel God's love pouring out of the scripture. It's just delightful.
Yes, as well as the children's ears, too.
Bathe in the glory of God, Red. Bow before him.
Indeed. Oh. I shalt go forth and dash all thine heads.
Dash all thine heads. Dash all of thine heads.
Against the rocks.
It is God's command, so do it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not a command. He's just saying you'll be happy if you do it.
Yes.
I think.
Yes. You'll be happy we did it.
Yes. Or, no, you'll be happy for doing it, I think.
I think everybody around me will be happy, too, because nobody
likes children. Of course.
And if my thoughts is in it,
their parents might protest a little bit, but, you know.
But what if you are the parents?
Who cares?
Oh.
Oh. Well, then naturally you wouldn't care. There's plenty of other Bible verses we could have picked, but this was the first one that came to my mind, and your mind, I think. And we've came up with these independently, right?
Yeah, I when you showed me this question, I was like, that one, the dashing the child's head against the rock.
Yes. Quite memorable. But there's also, like, running pregnant women through with a sword, and kill everyone of the 45,000 people in the city, and keep the virgin girls for yourselves, and stuff like that. You know, there's plenty of other good stuff in there, but this one's the most fun, I think.
Yeah, and for a little bit more fun too, if you're an artist, you could render this along with the quote, like artfully interpreted.
Yes. Actually, you know there is a book out there that is basically an illustrated version of Genesis, and it's apparently pretty horrific. I'm interested in reading that at some point. It might make it more fun, because the Bible's pretty boring to read, honestly. So
we'll keep that in mind for the future.
Indeed. All right.
Actually, the Bible is very fun to read. On a side note, if you do it dramatically.
Oh yes, dramatic. I'm sorry, we can't do a dramatic reading of the Bible on the show. It would take way too long.
Yeah, you're right.
And it's not. While it's bad, it's not nearly as funny as My Immortal. So, you know.
That's my Bible.
Yes, it's my Bible too. Slippery.when.wet writes, have you heard that gay myth that... ... The only thing that gays and straights different is what they do in bed. I don't think that is a myth. That is the truth. I was wonder what other LBGTQ persons thought.
Huh.
So, what weirds me out with this one is, like, it's a myth, but then he goes on to say it's not a myth, except, when was it ever a myth? I mean, what, was it some, did at some point someone say this, and then someone said, that's not true, that's just a myth, and then this person's saying, no, it's not a myth, it's actually true like it was in the first place. What?
No, go ahead.
What? I don't know what those... This just puzzles me. It's not, like, funny or anything. It's just puzzling.
You know, I think we should get the Mythbusters on this.
The Mythbusters.
You know, yeah, the Mythbusters. We should get Jamie and what's his mustache?
What's his mustache?
That's all I remember him as. To get in bed together and see what happens. If there's
but are they gays? Are they the gay?
Ooh, that's right. They're straights. They're two straight guys. So if you get them in bed, we can test this.
Oh.
And if they go out and find two gay guys, they can compare the two and see what's different.
Okay, two gay. I get it. Two gay guys in bed, two straight guys in bed. And then you see if they do the same thing, then this myth is busted. Okay?
No, this myth is confirmed because he thinks it's the truth. No, wait, no.
No. He claimed it was a myth, but that he claimed it was not a myth or something. But the myth is the only thing they do different is what they do in bed. So if two straight men and two gay men do the same thing in bed, then this myth is busted. We just got this pinned down. Oh, yeah.
He needs to submit this to the Discovery Channel immediately.
Exactly. On a related note, would you like to read the next question?
All right. From LOL, there's a poll. Girls, are you any good with your hands? And he typed a little wink smiley face after
a winky
that.
Face. Well, winky face. I think people in general are good with their hands because we have these opposable thumbs that allow us to, pick up things and do kind of, intricate, building watches and that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So, humans in general are really good with their hands, I think. What do you think?
Yeah, we can, I don't know why he's asking specifically. I mean, I think I know what he's talking about.
What is he talking about?
You know that recent Japanese game, that Japanese dating game, Kawada Shouju or something?
Oh, you mean the two mouse game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's probably dating the girl with no arms. So he's.
Oh wait! No, I'm thinking of a different game. I'm thinking of what was it, Real Girlfriend or whatever the hell that game was.
Oh, that
you remember? You didn't hear about that one? You can plug in two mice, and each mouse is a hand.
Oh yeah, no, I saw that.
Yeah. Okay. No, you're thinking of Katawa Shoujo. It's not a Japanese game. It's made by Weeaboos.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly. So he's basically making fun of disabled people. What an asshole.
Yeah.
God damn. Honestly. Yeah, jeez. What is your problem?
We should move on. Speaking of disabled people.
Yeah, I know.
We need to keep going.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, this fellow has a very concerning disability, and I truly feel for his lots. Dean writes, my penis fell off. What do I do? How do I put it back on? Well, all I have to say is this.
I can't, for the life of me, remember what I did with it. First I looked around my apartment and I couldn't find it, so I called up the place where the party was. They hadn't seen it either. I asked them to check the medicine cabinet, because for some reason I leave it there sometimes, but not...
Alright. Did that answer your question? Check the medicine cabinet.
Maybe there's some adhesives to help you put it back on. I mean...
Exactly. You can find something in the medicine cabinet to help you, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. Just don't find it on a street peddler. later on in the day, because you're going to have to dust it off and spray Lysol all over it to disinfect it.
Yeah. I would recommend, before putting it back on, to thoroughly clean it. Yes.
Yeah, you don't know where it's been. I mean...
Exactly.
If you don't know where it's been, then good God.
I know. That's kind of a frightening thought, honestly.
Yeah, I try to keep track of my penis at all times.
Yes, me too.
It is safely
always
attached.
check to make sure it's still there. Yes.
Mm-hmm. I only
check
take
regularly.
It out. Yeah, exactly. You only take it out whenever you go to like football games at high schools or colleges, and you go underneath the bleachers. And, well, okay, never mind. I'm not going to go anymore.
Wait, what?
I
think it's time for a music break.
I didn't reveal anything.
No,
I never.
This week we have a side project from a band called Pendulum, which is a German-based electronic rock band. And two of the dudes went and formed this band called Knife Party, which is like an electro house band. They did some really good stuff that they released for free. So why don't you listen to it and forget about what Red just said?
They
okay?
They keep their penises away from their knives. Don't worry. I know I do.
Destroy them with lasers. Destroy them with lasers.
Hello. Why did it start again? That was weird. Oh, there was a thing right at the end of the song. I thought it was the end, but it wasn't. There you go. Hello? Are you there?
Yeah. No, I'm here. Yeah, of course I am.
Okay. Of course you are. You didn't go nowhere.
No, not this time.
Not this time. You sound
Although
quiet
I
for some
remember-
reason. I don't know if that's my fault, though, or not. I can't tell. Oh, well. Anyways, yeah, that was, if you couldn't guess the name of that song, it was Destroy Them with Lasers, by Knife Party off of their EP 100% No Modern Talking. And if you Google it, you can find it on the website, download, etc. And, yeah, now that we've, narrowly dodged a bullet, let's,
And cheerleaders, don't forget those. Oof,
Indeed. This is just a stupid show gimmick, by the way.
No, yes, it is.
Yeah, and of course it is.
Thank God they don't listen to this. Anywho, let's continue.
Thank God, who doesn't?
Shut up.
All right. So, why do I have two repeaters going? Oh well, never mind. My Immortal, Chapter 26. I can't believe we're finally back. So, which one are you interested in reading?
I don't care. I love them both.
I'll just do the first one.
Yes.
Just get that out of the way.
Yes.
I'm so happy to be doing it. It's been so long. Our last real show was, what was it, a month and a half ago or something? It's been too long.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Now, well, where were we? Where did we leave off?
We are on chapter 26. I can't, honestly, at this point, I can't even remember what's happening. It like, basically repeats itself. I think Draco and Abi had sex again, and then she had a vision of somebody shooting, like Voldemort was shooting somebody. Is that right?
I
Am I
think
mistaken?
so.
Okay.
And then, like, she started having visions and stuff.
Yeah,
that's about it.
She started, basically, in the last few chapters, she started having visions of Voldemort shooting people, something like that. So, author's note. You're going to go ahead and do the author's note?
Alright, we got our usual preps stuff fleming the story, okay? If you didn't lick the story, then go fuck yourself, you fucking. Not folking.
No.
Or actually, no, it is folking.
It is folking.
It is folking. Prep. You suck. 111. Oh, why I wasn't being racist. Okay? Okay.
I don't remember what the racism was about. I'll have to look back at that. A few mutates later, Vampire came to the tree. He was wearing a black leather Jackson, black leather pants, and a good Shralet t-shirt. "Hi, Vampire," I said flirtily, as I started to sob. Draco hugged me sexily, trying to comfort me. I started to cry tears of blood, and then told them what happened. "Oh, F it," Vampire shouted angrily. He started to cry sadly. "What effing dick did that?" "I don't know," I said. "Now come on, we have to tell Dumbledore." We ran out of the tree and into the castle. Dumbledore was sitting in his office. "Sire, our dads have been shot," Draco said, while we whipped some tears from his white face. "Enemy had a vision in a dream." Doobly Dre started to cockle. I'm sorry, I got so far. I tried so hard, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. Like, oh,
keep going.
I can do it, man. Okay. Ha 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 ha. And how do you expect me to know Ebony's not divisional? I glared at Dumbledore. "Look, mother effer," he said angrily as Dumbledore gasped. Whatever. "C is the toot of Cractor. You know very well that I'm not decisional. Now get some effing people out there to look for Ceres and Lucian porn too." "Okay," he said in intimated voice. "Where are they?" I fought about it. Then all of a sudden, "Longdon," I said. I told him which street. He went and called some people and did some stuff. After a few mistunes, he came back and said people were going out looking for them. After a while, someone called him again. He said that they had been found. Draco, Vampire, and I all left to our rooms together. I went with Draco to wait in the nurse's office while Vampire went to slit his wrists in his room. We looked at each other's gothic, derperest eyes. Then we kissed. Suddenly, Sirius and Lucian came in on stretchers, and Professor Sinister was behind them. Why didn't you pick up your damn phone?
I did. I don't know what's going on, man.
Well, my internet dropped for I don't know how long, maybe a minute or two, and then I got back on, and then I called you like 4 times. And
it's probably it's probably because I was probably still in. I was waiting for I thought it was me.
Oh, okay. I was wondering. I was yelling at you because you weren't reading the author's note, and then I was like, "Hey, it's oddly quiet. I can't hear any noise on the other end. I wonder if he muted or something." I honestly thought you had muted because you were laughing too hard or something, but...
Oh, man.
Yeah.
It's
well,
like,
lots of post-show editing to do here.
Indeedy.
Okay. So, do you want to do the next chapter?
Alright. We can do the next chapter.
Alright. Author's note. You know what? I do not give a folk what you preps think about me. So stop flaming the folking story beaches. Thanks to Raven for your love in sport. And help, I love you, girl. Saws, I couldn't update law. I was really depressed and I silt my wrists. I had to go to the hospital. Raven, you rock, girl. 1.
Everyone in the room started to cry happily. I had saved them. Draco, Lucian, Sirius Bond Vampire all came to hug me. The nurse started to give them medicine. "Come on, Abby," said Professor Sinatra. She was wearing a gothic black leader dress with a corset top and real vampire blood on it and fucking black platinum boots. "I have to tell you, you're the effing perdition." What? I looked at Lucian, Seraphs, Drake, and Vampire. They nodded. I smelled happily and went into a dark room. I had changed Professor Sinister, took out some black cards. She started to look into a black crucible ball. She said, "Terra, I see Drac times are near." She said badly. Indeed. She peered into the balls. You see, we must go back in time. She took out a time toner, like Bloody Mary had. When Vladimint was in Hogwarts before he became powerful, Voldemort, yes, was in Hogwarts before he became powerful. He got his hearth broken. Now, do you think he would still become Volksmort if he was in love? I shook my head. You must go back in time and seduce him. It is the only way. If he is still evil, then you must kill him. You can come to my room tomorrow and you can do it. Okay, I said sadly. We did dense touch sin. I went outside again sadly. What effing happened? Asked Draco and Vampire. Yeah, what happened? Asked Darkness, Willow, and Boldy Mary. I was about to tell him, but everyone was there. They were celebrating Lucian and Sirius being fond. Everyone was proud of me, but I just wanted to talk to Draco. They were cheesing my name, and some reporters were there, trying to interview Dumbledore. A banner was put up. Lots of effing preps were there, obviously trying to be Gothic, wearing the hymn sign on their hands, despite them not having actually heard of them. Even Mr. Norris looked happy. A black and red cake had been brought out. Crabe and Goik set up some fireworks in the shape of skulls from Wesley Wizard Wises. I put on my invisibility coat with Vampire and Draco, and we sneaked outside together.
The plot thicker than ins. Oh, yeah. Man.
They're so Gothic, they don't stick around for their own cake.
Exactly. They had a Gothic cake, and they didn't eat it. I mean... That's just,
they didn't eat it too.
They had their cake and didn't eat it. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to get myself some Voldy-mints, because those sound scrumptious. I'm
those
sure they
do.
make your breath smell wonderful.
I'm feeling a little uncomfortable how this sinister professor is staring into the balls.
Oh,
she's peering
dear.
into the balls.
That... I don't know about that. That's kind of weird. Sinister, staring into balls, peering into the balls,
and talking about sedousing. I mean, oof.
Yeah, sedousing. Oh, this is getting into some weird territory. I mean, Ebony's gonna have to sedouse Voldemort. I mean, what's the world coming to? I don't know if I can handle this.
And
I can't handle the pressure.
They're doing invisible coke too. I mean, they put
coke.
invisibility coke.
They put on invisibility coke
Mm-hmm.
and sneaked outside to do pot coke and crack and shoot up heroin or whatever. Oh, I missed you so much, my immortal. But we have reached the end of our 2 chapters, and we have like 15 minutes left. So
perfect.
No excuse not to get to some of these news stories.
We found some interesting ones for you.
They're interesting. I don't know if I'll have anything to say about them, but we'll see. Connecticut mayor apologizes for taco comment. I'm not going to try to read it. Basically what happened was this mayor of the city, there's, 4 police officers, right? Were arrested by the FBI for mistreating basically Latinos in the city, and they asked the mayor about it, and he was gonna support the police officers for whatever reason, and there was an interview with them. The interviewer pointed out that there were no Latino officers on the police force, and he responded with, "And your point being?" And when asked what he was planning to do for the Latino community, he said, "I might have tacos when I go home. I'm not quite sure yet."
What else are you gonna say? I support Latinos. I will eat tacos.
I mean, this guy... Okay, I'll give him props. He has serious balls, but he's also a gigantic asshole, which is appropriate. Big balls, big asshole, goes hand in hand,
or ball in hand, I guess you could say.
Ball in hand,
or
ass
peering
in hand.
Peering in balls.
Indeed,
you can peer at his balls, people. They're that big.
Yes. So basically, the story is like a follow-up, I guess, where he sincerely apologizes to the East Haven community, in particular the Latino community.
That's like apologize. I really, really want like an LA, like the mayor of LA or some district of LA, to come up and say, "Okay, in support of the African American community." For having my police officers arrest and detain them and beat them, I will go home and eat a watermelon and I will support our local
Fried
KFC.
Chicken. Yeah, exactly. Gonna go buy some grape juice. I'm going to stimulate the black economy. Oh god, that's horrible.
Oh boy. So, Mr. Mayor of East Haven, Connecticut, we salute you.
I kind of expected him to like have like some kind of non-apology or like a faux apology. Like, you know, did you remember seeing? I think it was the Onion article on the Catholic Church forgiving the priests who molested the little kids, saying that they were forgiven for their sins, and they're going to do all they could to support them and you know, bring them back into the loving arms of God or whatever.
No, I haven't seen that.
You haven't read that one? Oh, yeah, I'll find it for you at some point.
Oh, we love the.
I was kind of expecting something like that, honestly, like considering how stupid his original comments were. But you know, he's doing the whole. He probably, you know, honestly, he probably just like got off camera and like one of his aides came up to him and was like, "Yeah, you're gonna have to apologize for that." He's like, "What, really?"
But
no, well, if you say so, I mean, okay. I don't know what I said, but there you go.
Perfect.
All right. Next news story. This, I would call this an example of, what is it, life imitating art, you might say?
Mm-hmm.
Because,
maybe.
Honestly, this sounds like something from a really, really bad anime. You know?
Or not just one bad anime, but lots of different animes.
Every bad anime, yeah. So, do you want to read some of this?
All right. This takes place in Bangkok, no less. Ooh, Bangkok. All right. Bangkok. Police in Thailand said Wednesday that they had apprehended a thief with more than 1,000 pairs of women's underwear in the trunk of his car. Police also found more than 10,000 pairs at the house of the 48-year-old Thai suspect, who was arrested late Tuesday with an accomplice after breaking into a building in Bangkok's Chinatown. They said the man admitted to stealing and collecting the women's underwear since the age of 18. He smelled them all the time, even while driving, said Police Major General Sarah Promurian. The suspect will be charged with stealing property, though not the underwear for now because there is no plaintiff, police said. No, there's thousands of plaintiffs. You kidding me?
You know what? You are going to read the news from now on because you have the perfect voice for it, frankly.
I'm still trying to recover from my cold, too. So
By the way,
sniffing.
Your audio quality was actually going down, so it masks your cold.
Yay!
All the crackling and stuff. Yeah. So, I mean, why stop, I guess, if nobody's going to tell you otherwise? He started at the age of 18. He's 48 now. I mean, if nobody told him to stop, why would he stop? Just, like...
Shima pantsu desu.
You just take this to its logical conclusion and you have 10,000 pairs of underwear.
I'm just imagining, like, the police busting in on a raid and, like, you see his head popping out of, like, a giant pile of underwear in the middle of the living room.
He's like one of those hoarders people, but specifically for underwear. You know, he's got stacks of underwear and stuff, like...
And you know, he's stealing this from all... Imagine he's stealing this from all sorts of women, not just, you know, panties. Like, so he's got bloomers, and he's got...
Oh, yeah, all different types of panties, you know. He is a connoisseur of underwear, basically. He's got all kinds. You know.
He can be some people's hero, I would imagine.
Oh.
Like some weeaboo's hero.
I'm sure
I would do that.
Some pathetic weeaboo type could go like, I'm gonna make a documentary about panties, and he goes and like interviews this guy, and he like proudly displays his collection, and like talks about his different favorite pieces from his collection.
Fascinating, Captain.
Wow, you're like my hero. Okay.
Okay.
One more, I believe.
So for the last one, we got a CNN.
I don't know why you picked this one out, but I mean it's cool, I guess. It's not really a funny story.
It's more interesting, I'd say.
Yes. Starbucks has come out in support of a bill that would make Washington the 7th state to legalize gay marriage. The company joins fellow Pacific Northwest. That's very funny. I didn't notice that the first time I read this, and I should have.
Just noticed that.
The company joins fellow Pacific Northwest-based firms, including Microsoft and Nike, in backing the bill. Excuse me. Blah, 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 statement saying they're proud to join the SA and do the blah and align with their business practices and et cetera, et cetera. So, yeah, I'd actually read a little bit about this because I read Slog, which is, not Slog specifically, but, what's it called? The Stranger, blog, which is the site where Dan Savage's like sex column is hosted, and it's based in Seattle. So I'd actually noticed, I wouldn't have been aware of it otherwise, but there is a bill quite close to passing in Washington. I think there's something like, last I heard, 4 or 5 people who hadn't decided yet. Although I believe it's tilting towards yes. I might be wrong.
Mm-mm.
So, yeah, it seems as though there's lots of support being thrown behind it. I wonder what kind of companies would have thrown their weight against it.
Yeah,
like,
seriously.
You got Microsoft, Starbucks, and Nike. So what would the antithesis of those companies be? And do you think they would not support this bill? Or not support, but be against or whatever?
All right. Well, I think Apple would probably be against it because that's the antithesis of. Because it's the antithesis of Microsoft.
Oh, yeah. Good point. Good point. I doubt that though, considering Apple gives basically married benefits to same-sex couples.
Yeah, true. That and what are the gay people going to use in their Starbucks other than Macs? Wait.
Oh.
No, I didn't say that. No, I didn't.
Oh.
Yeah, I did. I'm so bad.
You are a horrible person. You know that?
I'm thinking, that's probably...
Yeah, that was pretty lame.
Hey, it's kind of logical if you think about it, because, hey, Starbucks would lose, like, a lot of their customers
if they came out against gay marriage.
Oh yeah, think about that.
Yeah, if you think about it, there's a lot of businesses now that it would harm them if they did anything other than or actively went against gay marriage, because it's such like a, what is it? I'm pretty sure it's, especially in Washington, anywhere on the West Coast, any company like based in the West Coast, if they know it's good for their business, basically.
Ooh,
and I think that's all the news. I don't have that link to the very depressing death from 1906 or whatever, but
damn it, I lost it.
Yeah. I got. We can read an email.
Oh, yeah. Okay, email time. We actually got an email in our inbox.
Yeah, which email did you want to do? The Spanish one? Or
we could do the Spanish one. Or the Michael Jackson one.
Okay, well, the Michael Jackson one's short, so we could read that real quick. Vivek Nambiar writes, "Hello, guys." Oh, hello.
Hello there.
Watch this cool music video recorded with an iPod Touch. Amazing. Must watch. Thank you.
Hold my hand, Michael Jackson.
Featuring Akon. I'll be honest, I didn't watch the video. I'm sure it's great, though.
I watched it.
You did? Was it good?
Not really. I'm just trying to make him feel...
Okay. Yeah, all right. Yeah. Well, thank you, Vivek. Thank you for the suggestion. We really enjoyed the video. It was a really cool video. So,
I love Akon.
Thanks. Yeah, please send in anything. We did say send in anything. So, I mean,
that was it.
We got what we asked for, I guess.
I don't think I want to read the Spanish one because that one's too long and I can't read Spanish very well.
I'll try the beginning. How about that? Nelson Tiburcio writes, Esta oportunidad solo será enviada por única vez. Atención! Debido al gran número de engaños, esquemas piramidales ilegales, cadenas de dinero y confusión en torno a los trabajos desde casa, además de los miles de fraudes en Internet. Quiero desmarcar esta oportunidad de estas estafas y dejar claro que lo que ofrezco en esta página es una oportunidad de negocio real.
I think what he's trying to say,
yeah,
if I may interpret.
Okay.
This is totally legitimate. You can get frequent flyer miles on your internets. If
on my
you
internet?
Yes. If you
really.
I think so. That's what he's saying.
Okay.
I know my Spanish isn't that great, but I'm thinking he's saying, don't worry, this isn't illegal, guys. Invest your confused money away. Invest your money and your confusion in your work from home, I think, and you can get frequent flyer miles on the internet.
Okay.
It's a great opportunity.
That was pretty good. It's been a while since I took Spanish. I probably butchered the pronunciation of most of that, but thank you, Nelson Tiburcio. No, actually, his name is Nelson Duran, if you look at the bottom. Thank you very much for your lovingly formatted email. It's got lots of cool highlights in there, and some green highlights.
I especially love the pyramid shape of this letter. If you get
this got... Oh, yes, indeed. It's very pyramid-shaped. Alright, we finally run out of time. So, that's our show. You can email us at redwater.show@gmail.com. Please send us in more cool stuff like this, because that was really cool, and we'd love to read it on the air. You can be famous on the interwebs. Our website is redwatershow.podomatic.com and youtube.com/xexyzl. And that's it. We will see you again next Wednesday.
And do we have any? Should we offer any advice before we go?
Advice?
Because I got some advice.
You have advice. Well, let me think if there's any advice I have.
Guys, I think these people need to keep track of their penises wherever they go, because you never want to end up with a lost penis.
I have a bit of advice that comes from the World of Warcraft forums, and I've kept this with me for a very long time because it is dear to my heart.
It already sounds like sagely advice.
It is very sagely advice. So, Fizzle writes, a level 60 goblin mage from Stoneblood. The horse drinks the water, but you can't butter the biscuit. And with that, we will see you next week. Bye-bye.